You will never be lazy after understanding this. I want you to take a second to actually let this title land. This isn't a clickbait. By the end of this masterclass, you're going to understand why laziness isn't something you fix with motivation. It is actually something you decode within yourself. So, whether you're watching this or just listening while doing something or as you go, this is meant to meet you where you are. Before we even start, I need you to clearly hear this. Laziness is not about who you are, it's not a character flaw. Most people internalize laziness as an identity, as in, like, this is just who I am. But laziness is actually your internal nervous system trying to communicate something. It is information. And most people are trying to motivate themselves when what they actually need is to understand what their energy is protecting them from. Makes sense? And if you ever felt like you want more, you want to do more, but you can't just freaking move, like you have all these amazing ideas swirling within you, but there is absolutely zero execution, and you feel tired even when you are rested, this masterclass is for you. So stick with me till the end. Let's fix that. Let's fix that together. Let's talk about how delay affects our lives. Think of it like this. Every time we postpone an action, whether it's saying, I'll start next week, or thinking, I already know this, we are sending a message to our nervous system. And that message is, we don't follow through. And over time, this leads to creating this internal self distrust. And this is why those motivation videos might not have lasting effects. It's not about hyping ourselves up temporarily. Our goal is to recalibrate how effort, how safety, and discipline feel within us. It's about creating a sustainable, natural flow of energy that supports our actions. And we are here to make sure that when you decide to act, it's from a sense of trust and commitment to yourself. Laziness dies when your purpose feels bigger than your excuses. If your purpose is vague or uncertain, your excuses are always going to win. Your brain will always protect comfort over taking action. So instead of asking, how do I stop procrastinating? It would help you to actually ask yourself, what future am I emotionally bonded to? Because this is why people stay stuck in jobs they hate, relationships they are not happy in. They never move past losing 5 pounds. Not because they're lazy, but because their future vision doesn't feel real enough yet to themselves. So let's expand a little bit on what future version of you are loyal to. We often get caught up in this Pinterest perfect visions or aesthetic fantasies, but let's go deeper. Think about how you wake up each day. What does your morning routine look like? What do your days feel like? And consider what you tolerate less of as you grow. And these reflections are meant to guide you towards more authentic future version of you. And I really want you to hone in that discipline is more about self respect than punishment. It's a very natural outcome when you are connected to your true self, when you are committed to loving yourself, when you are in love with that future version of you, almost like a devotion to that version of you, right? And if you feel called to, feel free to journal on these questions. Now, let's talk about starting small. Momentum is what beats motivation. Motivation can be very unreliable. In my opinion, totally untrustworthy. Because be honest with me, how many times have you decided to get up early to work out, get up early to work on your business, get up early to meditate, and you feel so motivated the night before? And heck, when that alarm goes off in the morning, you dread that noise and you snooze on it. And we all know that just 5 minutes more. And it's already 5 years. It's been already 5 years, isn't it? So kind of like that friends, some of those friends kind of who always cancel plans last minute. But when it comes to momentum, that's physics. It's dependable like gravity. Your nervous system craves trust, not it doesn't and that trust that you crave doesn't come from grand promises, but from the satisfaction of completed actions. Imagine the impact of completing just a 5-minute action every single day. That's more effective for building your self image than a perfect, glorious plan that never sees the day of light, that never sees the light of day. So let's redefine discipline. It's not about intensity or this dramatic overnight overhaul at all. True discipline boils down to consistency, showing up every single day without making some sort of production or a fake play on the stage. So, for example, if you're looking to build a good, nourishing, solid morning routine for yourself, focus on creating a routine that feels like a self respect, self love, not torture. Now, speaking of nervous system, motivation is linked with feeling safe. When we wait for motivation, it's like waiting for a sense of safety. You might hear you might hear someone say, "I don't feel like it." But what they're actually saying is that I don't feel safe exerting and executing the energy right now. And this is especially true for empaths, creatives, spiritually sensitive people like you and me. For us, sometimes effort can be tied to past experiences of burnout of or disappointment or even failure. So our bodies hesitate resisting the urge to push forward. So instead of forcing ourselves, we need to retrain our bodies and minds gently to focus on creating an environment where effort feels safe as well as fulfilling. Every hour that slips by without focus, or let's say we don't want to be focused or turned on 24/7, but just moments when we are unintentional with our expenditure of time on this earth, is a step away from the life you truly desire and the life you coulda, shoulda, woulda live. And it's a gentle reminder, but it carries weight, isn't it? Time in its presence, time in its essence, time in its reality is neutral. It's completely neutral, point blank. But it's our relationship with it that makes all the difference. Your relationship with time either shrinks or expands your reality. But think about the moments spent scrolling aimlessly. That isn't rest. True rest is a conscious choice. Avoidance, on the other hand, might feel like peace temporarily, but it leads to dissatisfaction later. It's kind of like almost like a double-edged sword that takes from you twice. And this is one of my favorite quotes that is part of my daily morning affirmations. Feel free to screenshot it. And it goes like, true burnout comes from unmet self promises, wasted time, and unfulfilled potential. Now, in order to take actions, we need to understand energy. So, energy doesn't originate from just thinking. We overthink. If overthinking were the key to success, girl, I bet we both would be living our best dream lives by now, wouldn't we? But the thing is that energy is something we generate after we have taken action. When we move, we send a signal to our bodies that it is safe to expend our energy. And this is important because it shifts us from a state of inactivity to productivity. And in its duality, it's also important to recognize the power of stillness too. Stillness is incredibly potent when it's intentional and not simply a way to avoid just the actions. So I want you to focus on intentional, not avoidance. So I want you to think about how you can incorporate movement into your daily routine to fuel your energy and your drive. Because action plays a very crucial role in regulating our nervous system. And this isn't about hustle culture, or it's not at all about like go go go. It's about understanding the basic truth of our nervous system. So, first, small aligned actions can significantly reduce anxiety. And trust me on this, the more you take aligned action, the anxiety gradually dissip just goes away from your body gradually, not overnight, gradually. Trust me on this. And the actions you take also increase clarity. When we engage in purposeful activities, our minds are naturally becoming more clearer, helping us to make better decisions. And these steps build energetic confidence within us. Taking action helps us move forward. It helps create the momentum and this energy of momentum within us. And it also brings self assurance within our bodies that mere thinking or meditating all day can't always generate. So remember, sometimes doing something, anything, can lead to a sense of relief and improvement. Discipline is often misunderstood as something harsh or punishing. But when I started seeing this way, it's about devotion. It's about empowering your spirituality. It's committing to it's devotion to the power within yourself, the goddess within yourself. It's about sticking with something even when things get tough. Think of discipline as a commitment to yourself. It's choosing not to abandon yourself anymore when the going gets hard. Your feelings might be like a weather, changing and unpredictable. You don't feel like it. But when you're committed, it's like a climate, like a season, like it's steady, it's focused, it's defined. So let's start seeing discipline as a form of self-respect, self-love, and it's about showing up not just when you feel like it, but because you believe in the path you've chosen for yourself. And bring in the sense of devotion to the future version of you that is waiting for you out there. Discipline is not self-punishment, and comfort is a trap disguised as peace. Discipline should be paired with compassion to avoid self-violence, while compassion alone can lead to stagnation. So the goal here is to find a balance of being firm yet kind to yourself, because comfort can often disguise itself as peace. But the true peace is empowering, and false peace may lead to avoidance and hinder your growth and your development. And so the key is to recognizing the balance. The word here is the balance between discipline and compassion, along with understanding that genuine peace is what helps us to move forward towards our goal and visions. Your future self is shaped by today's efforts, not tomorrow's plans, not next month's vision board, but today's effort, today's action, even the imperfect action or effort, even the tired action, even messy action, right? So I want you to ask yourself, where am I avoiding movement? Where am I where am I mistaking comfort for safety? And when you ask yourself these questions and answer honestly, it creates awareness. And awareness is powerful enough. It alone creates change. You don't need to overhaul your entire life overnight. You need to stop betraying your energy in the small ways. And you exactly know how you're betraying yourself in those small ways, right? It's not about doing more, it's about protecting your energy while you rise. Here's the truth: most people won't say when you start becoming consistent, when your energy sharpens, when your visibility increases, you become energetically exposed. And that's where people burn out, self sabotage, or disappear completely. So, if this masterclass hits something in you, Evil Eye Alchemy is where we go deeper, because you don't need more motivation. You need energetic mastery to hold more. You will find the link below if it's in alignment for you to check out the page, what it's about. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. You can leave them in the comment section below. And whether you choose to join or not, I invite you to take one small action today, because I promise your future self will be so thankful. As always, thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below if you did like some educational, if you did like more of these educational presentation style content format like these. I realized one thing, that my purpose is to teach spiritual and self-development and be a spiritual educator. I'm not an influencer in the traditional sense. I can't find a concealer that changed my life or an eye cream that changed the game for me. This is what I have for you: transformative, spiritual content, sometimes mixed with the witchcraft, esoterics, and metaphysics, but no concealers here. Sorry. All right. Thank you so much for spending some time with me, and I'll see you in the next one. Mwah. Bye.